This is a very satisfying strategy game that may seem very simple at first glance, but actually has tons of depth when it comes to designing and min-maxing your ultimate spaceship. The best part of the game is definitely what I like to call the interconnected, systems-driven design, meaning all the attributes, status effects and ship components are designed to complement and affect each other. Thank you to Proxy Studios for sponsoring this video. This simply means the channel received a small thank you fee for covering the game. The game begins with a quick tutorial teaching you the basics about building a ship and explaining the main resources, but there is actually tons of stuff you can and should find out by yourself, with the integrated codex that explains everything there is to know. I found that it's perfectly fine to do this bit by bit as you play and not all at once. The main objective is very straightforward. You have to defeat the enemy ship, meaning make sure the enemy's hit points reach 0. Once you initiate battle, these ships will battle themselves automatically. Game's demo currently has the versus mode, meaning you play against other players' creations, but it's not actually real-time battles, which is a good choice because you don't have to wait for other players. The full game will furthermore offer a bounty mode where you make your way across a map filled with pirate lords and undefeated ships. Before each battle you can select from a variety of items, weapons and ship components from the shop that you can freely attach to your ship. Many stats, attributes and components have multiple effects. For example, speed doesn't just make you faster, it also makes enemies miss you more and turns invisibility on when you get fast enough. The entire game is designed that if you change one thing, it changes other things too. It makes the game quite fun because you have to think about how all your choices work together and not just pick the best single thing. If you find yourself having multiple copies of the same item, then you can combine them to make one single stronger version, and you can do this multiple times too. The game has missions and objectives that ultimately reward you with credits that you can then spend on cosmetics. Something that's worth mentioning is that despite it being a demo, everything ran butterly smooth. Not just the performance but also the animations and the user interface is, despite of the game's complexity, well done. The game is likely going to be a perfect addition for any player who loves figuring things out and experimenting. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.